Hey everybody, it's PartyElite. Welcome you back to our Thalassocracy miniseries in the Humankind closed beta. Get your sea shanties at the ready, folks, because we are finally, actually, taking to the seas. Way up north over here, if the map would scroll quickly enough to get me to it, you will find our nation's first bireme. It's actually already been at sea for a little while, but we haven't gone to the deep sea, which is what I do want to start doing today and actually explore what's going on out there as we continue to establish our naval superiority, as it were. At present, we're working towards writing, though shortly thereafter, we're going to change our focus towards trade expeditions, because I realized literally seconds after finishing the recording of the previous episode that it is trade expeditions that allows our soldiers to actually take to the sea as well. You'll notice when you hover over the transport galley, right at the end of it, it says replaces land units which embark to travel across ocean tiles. Yeah, I was expecting it to pop up in this form. I've got countless hours in this game and still some things slip my mind. I apologize. But no, that's how it lets you know that you're getting technology with embarking in it. So we're going to work towards trade expeditions as soon as writing is completed. Again, writing I think is helpful in a variety of ways. Not only will it help us enact civics more cheaply, but also we do want houses of scribes. We do want, not food markets. Down the line, we'll want things like schools and all that to help with our science gain, so we can become, superpowers in many definitions of the term. But baby steps. Right now, we are at war with the Hittites down south over here. We've seen some great successes, though some of their cavalry managed to sneak past us because of a fortunate retreat, I suppose. And they might actually start harassing our back line over here, which is really frustrating. They should not be able to retreat in that kind of a... I don't know, it's just silly to me. It's also unfortunate because they were already retreating, so for all intents and purposes, I should have been able to crush them. They shouldn't have been able to double retreat, but hey, it is what it is. We might need to pull back. As much as I would like to ransack Hatusa, we might need to pull back. The war itself is going pretty well in our favor. We have a fair bit of war support. They're losing a significant amount. And again, if we pull back and crush this army, that's what matters really. Ransacking their capital or sieging their capital isn't what matters. It's all the victories add up. Maybe we'll try and do both. Anyway, folks, this is actually the end of the previous turn. I probably should have hit end turn last session. I hope you don't mind it being carried over. But there you have it, entering the next turn, and hopefully entering. Wow, I was literally just about to say hopefully entering the last act of our war against the Hittites, and it seems to be the case, close to a war victory. So maybe let's go ahead, because these guys have disappeared into the fog of war, maybe let's go ahead and attack Hatusa down over here, and maybe that'll be the killing blow, as it were. So let's head on down over here. We'll vassalize these guys and keep them in check that way. You can't actually eliminate other cultures until later on in the game. There's a civic that allows you to do it. Unfortunately, we're not there yet, of course. Meanwhile, over here, we're going to claim this territory. Again, this is still a coastal territory down over here. We wanted to establish you where 4 and 16, was it? 2 and 15, 4 and 16. Yeah, let's go with 4 and 16, I think makes the most sense over here. Oh, 6 and 17. Glad I waited. Pop you down over here. Claim this territory. Again, it's got an unknown strategic resource as well as saffron. It's more the strategic resource I'm curious about. And of course, the access to the water. That was pretty good. Oh, we've actually got, somebody down over here is trying to be cheeky. And I think we're going to have to go to war with them. Only we are allowed to control these waterways. So that's definitely a war target down there. Hopefully we're able to actually take it. But let's stay focused on one war at a time, shall we? Let's go ahead and push on out with our bireme. Again, just as a reminder, we can go into deep water with these guys for multiple turns, but only so many. They will still take damage while out in deep water. So let's just be careful about that as we go around and explore and try to find where we might send our first colonists, I suppose, is the appropriate term for them. Yeah, looks like we're done this turn. Up over here, 7 turns. Down over here, 3 turns. Tempted to rush this. 223, we'll be able to afford it next turn. We have another scientist slot as well. One more turn before pop growth over here. I'm just wondering about our rate of scientific advancement. It's really kind of not quick enough, in my humble opinion. But I do wonder if we nudge you over here. Yeah, 2 turns is a big deal when it comes to technology, and only a slight drop in our wealth generation. Let's go ahead and establish this Kothon, 186. Again, we've got the reduction in cost because of our legacy traits. trading pioneers from the Phoenicians and hard bargainers as the Carthaginians reduces the constructible buyout cost significantly. So to not take advantage of that would be absolutely foolish. Go ahead and pay that 186, get the Kothon established over here, and then let's go ahead and get the fisheries done, because that'll give us food per harbor, which will be quite helpful for us, I think. Yeah, okay, looking good, looking good. 4 turns until this is done. Down over here, let's keep you guys moving in. There's no reason not to. Yeah, let's do it. I said, yeah, let's do it. Decided to ignore my order the first time. We will assault. No need to hold on and put it under siege. And let's do it manually. Let's win this war with a manual battle. Always feels good, doesn't it? Go ahead and swap these guys around. They can come in with their melee up over here. Let's, yeah, keep you back there, sure. End our deployment there. Units are awaiting my orders. Very well. I guess we'll creep forward first. Lose the high ground, unfortunately, but our archers will be doing the majority of the work over here, I think. Again, no line of sight. No line of sight. Interesting. I assume it's because the unit from where it stands at present is not able to see the unit. It's only able to see the unit because a friendly unit has uncovered that unit. So I understand it. It's just, I wish, I guess, it would indicate a difference between the unit's own line of sight, allowing it to shoot, versus if I, where do I move it to get rid of that -4? That's not being clearly communicated over here. So that definitely needs some work. Let's go ahead and fire over here. Soften them up before our melee troops get in there. We also might want to consider getting warriors. We've skipped past that technology completely. It's not that it doesn't feel relevant. We should certainly consider having better quality soldiers, especially considering how we're not seeing any luck over here. What's going on? Make you defend. I don't know if they'll attack us. They will. Okay, good. I was worried that they would do the smart thing and stay put. Because again, we're the attackers. The onus is on us. Fire away. That -4, I think, is just doing a number on us. How's the high ground helping us? +4. It's negating the -4, but... Alright, sure. Fire away. Come on now. Loose. Beautiful. Nice. And again, they might attack us, so let's go ahead and defend. Come at me. There we go. Beautiful. Look at that. Mountain climber over there. Trying some unique tactics. No luck for him. Finish these guys off. Beauty. Ranged first, of course, because we don't want to take damage if it's not necessary, right? Fire away, and there you have it. A glorious, beautiful victory. Siege at Hatusa has been won, and that should be the end of that battle. The end of the war, even. A culture's heritage. The capture of the great city of Hatusa was a proud day for your empire. Marching through its gates, however, it was clear the defeated citizens were equally proud of their own colorful culture. What do you make of their customs and rites? Well, folks, like I was saying last session, I feel like being a Thalassocracy, you have to be accepting of how your colonies kind of maybe drift apart, or how the existing people there were slightly different. Maybe we're a bit more accepting of multiple cultures. I'm thinking. I didn't even read the advantages before I started saying that, so or you think I'm leaning one way or another. +5 turns before being converted by others' influence on territory for monoculturalism. Okay, so slows down our conversion into other cultures. And multiculturalism, cultures like a rope, stronger when composed of many strands, actually pushes us towards a worldview, which also really does, again, make sense. I think for Thalassocracy, I think so, at least. Okay, you know what? Multiculturalism works based on the ramble I was doing just seconds ago, and also because of this world leaning, and it also gives us +5 influence on the main plaza, which is quite helpful. 130 is quite expensive, but I think we have established our outpost up over here already, right? What else would we use influence for? We could establish more Kothons and stuff like that, I suppose, yes, but yeah, let's go ahead and grab that civic. Where is it? Cultural blessing? Yeah, multiculturalism. Let's enact it. I think it's fitting. What do we got over here? Strained. 69% is the stability of our entire empire over here. Dropping significantly here. Again, building too quickly is hurting our stability. I should maybe consider, after the fishery is done, I should maybe consider none of these options because we don't have anything to boost stability. Okay, I really need to consider appropriate research. Not ideal. Certainly not ideal. I'll need to keep an eye out for that. It's always, one of my weakest points is keeping an eye on stability. I always let it kind of slip. Go ahead and help the population at Byblos over here, I think. Let's disband these guys up there. I think that'll be a good idea. Up over here, these guys can help the population at Sidon. I think it's about time we start disbanding some of these scouts, right? We don't need that many scouts running around. Not anymore. Those days are gone. I would like to be able to send them, you know, to the nearby continents or the nearby islands and stuff, but Great Expeditions is 15 turns away. We'll see. We'll see. Continue your journey out over here. Making a beeline over here. Again, you can see the slightest bit of damage. Looks like we actually have shallow water over here, so that's closer than I expected. But you can see how much damage we take. Close to victory in the war. This means victory is ours. Mutinous in Hatusa, no surprise there. They've just been conquered. Let's go ahead and take a look at this war support situation. Ours is at 71. Again, if we'd waited a bit longer, maybe we would be able to acquire a bit more. If we'd done a bit more, we would have maybe been able to acquire a bit more. We could actually demand Mimosa? Really? See, this is the unfortunate thing. That A100 demand we made from our crisis earlier has to be a part of our demands. Really, I could take Mimosa. But what would you have then? Where is Nash? Oh, when did this happen? I'm not gonna let that stand. Not a chance. No, not a chance at all. Let's move quickly. I guess these scouts came up over here and established this, circling around behind my back. All right, fair enough, fair enough. We'll be up there in no time. We'll crush that. Oh, don't tell me I have to. Huh. Oh, I have to. Great. That sucks. Now, I can't take this because it's not occupied. I could just make them my vassals, I suppose. It's either or. It's either or. I can't afford both. Give Mimosa. That's unfortunate. Okay, become a vassal. Again, right? The colonized people, I suppose. You could say. Become a vassal to the Carthaginians, force their surrender, get a little bit of gold in reparations as well, and at least this will shut them down for the next little while. Damn. Alright, force surrender.
Thank you for this.
Good stuff. Victory is ours, and a world deed accomplished. Become liege over a vassal empire. Our fame is incomparable. Good stuff. These guys are done over here. You see, they were able to expand down south over here. Now, we have access to all their resources, of course. That's good to have a vassal. Now, hopefully, they won't get smart with us. Vassals will fight for their independence if they see an opportunity. It seems to be the case. They will fight for their independence. Can we keep moving here, please? Thank you. And you as well. Let's keep going. Good stuff. These guys, let's go ahead and arrive by, I assume, these islands. Yeah. Again, like, I don't mind colonizing these islands, but getting to here is going to be difficult. Because the initial transportation, like galleys and stuff, they can't stay in deep water for too long, so it'll be a hard time to reach here. We'll be colonizing some of these first before we get to some of these. Ooh, so this was iron. And this was iron as well. Fair enough. This must be oil, I assume. Same over here, this must be oil, I assume. Entering the new era is revealing more than they intend to, I suppose. What is this? I think this might be oil, I'm not sure though. Guys coming up over here. 6 turns until this is done. Again, I could just pay for it to speed up the rate of growth here. Probably worth it. +1 in 6 turns. +1 in 4 turns. Yeah, it's not insignificant. And we could establish the Temple of Artemis to unlock another option as well, right? What does this do again? Sage, +3 stability. Oh. You know what? I keep saying I don't have anything for stability. It's staring at me right there. You're almost done over here. Let's go ahead and establish the saffron as well, +3 stability per saffron on all cities. How much will this cost me? 16 influence? Not a problem. Do it. Anything down over here? Nope. 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 And that's just about everything. Because we cannot tap into iron yet. We don't have the technology for it. Alright, fair enough. We should maybe claim this to get the dye for that stability. And then the horses too, just to have a strategic resource rate. That's turn 50 into 51 now. The athlete stars has been earned. Excellent. What are we looking at here? Alright. Attach a couple of territories perhaps. Wouldn't be a bad idea to do that sooner rather than later. I think some of these spots are actually ready to be attached. Like Alcor over here, I mean, this iron, it'll be a while before we can build that, right? Because we'd have to go all the way down to... We don't even have bronze working. Are you kidding me? Standing army all the way down over here. Man, our rate of research is a little ridiculously slow. Kind of bad. Kind of bad. Maxed out science over here. What about down over here? Let's side on. Can get one more person on it. Sure. I'll take whatever help I can get right now. Go ahead and pull you in. Expand you in here. Hop from 4 up to, hopefully, 5. Yes, excellent. 1 in 14 turns. These guys up over here as well. Let's pull you down. Good stuff. Let's get you pushing further and further along. Little archipelago over here, I think. If we can get here, then we can establish ourselves over here. But again, it'll be some time before we can get there. Down over here, why don't we go ahead and establish a fishery as well? Yeah, let's do that. And the fishmonger helps on top of that. Let's go ahead and queue it up. Why not? Meanwhile, a decision to make up over here. The Priests of Nature. The large number of farming districts has led to a blossoming of knowledge of plants for health, sustenance, and medicine. Man, I love this about this game. That, like, I don't think I've ever seen this decision before. But that's because I don't typically put down a lot of farming districts. And now, because this is the first playthrough where I guess I've put down 2 or 3, I'm getting this event I've never seen before. I love it. With the Empire at peace and stable enough to support such a move, never before has there been a better time to make official the status of your most learned brothers and sisters. Do you wish to found such a caste? Oh, interesting. And what's even more interesting, actually, to me, is that to establish this caste is considered progress. Now, maybe it's because of the word choice over here, but that's a very, very, very particular thing to call progress. Which is obviously not the intent of the developers here, but maybe, you get what I'm getting at, right? Maybe caste or class or whatever is not the right word to use here. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it, obviously, but I just find it kind of funny. We can reject. We should use this time of peace and plenty to instead focus on better trained armies, or, yes, establish them. This lines up with our progress direction. It seems prudent to have wise men and women who know crops among our population. I mean, I agree. We should definitely establish them. Plus 10 food for 10 turns for both of our cities. That's good. And yeah, like I said, helps towards our progress social axis. Go ahead and confirm that. Beauty. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, more pop growth faster is not something I'm going to complain about. These guys have arrived over here. It's 1 and 2. Go ahead and disband you. Make sure we go from 5 up to 6. Yes. Plus 1 and 3, of course. Things are looking pretty good. Again, we can increase the rate of production here now if we wanted to. Pull you away from gold. Significant bump. That's a significant bump. Let's go ahead and actually pay for the Artisan's Quarter. And let's work towards the fishmonger as well. Plus 3 money on harbor. That seems pretty good. I've not done too much infrastructure stuff in previous playthroughs either, so this is interesting. This is different for me. 308 for this. Fair enough. War here 1. Not much to do there. We could spend some influence on... Guess we could get a Kothon over here. We could get a Kothon up over here as well. 19 influence. Pop you down over here. Plus 6. Minus 1 to food. Plus 6 to industry. Right next to our haven over here. Go Go ahead and do that. Right, I forget it's instant. Kochab over here, you've already got one. Down over here, Sham. We can establish one for 16 influence. Expensive on the stability. But I guess you're not attached to anything. This doesn't really help much. Maybe we should wait until later. And I do wonder if I should start attaching. So Alcor again, iron will be some time before we can get you. What does this do for our numbers? 24, 44, 12, 15 becomes... Not bad. Science didn't get the biggest boon there, but yeah, not bad overall. Eventually we'll be able to attach Kochab as well. Now again, this is what I want, right? I want to have the solid filled in blue spread all the way across these coasts. I'm really annoyed about Nesa over here. They snuck one past me. I'm really, not like genuinely annoyed, but like in character annoyed, you know. As a ruler, frustrated that I was done in like that. Sure, let's keep pulling you guys up. No threats down over here right now, right? Scoop you over. I think scoop. I mean scoot. I'm doing this for like multiple episodes now. Alright, we're good. These guys still trying to make it back over here. Hoping to survive. Knock over here. I want to come knocking on your door. You've got this gold that I want. Distrust. I could spend some influence. I could spend some money. Bribe them. Acquire that gold. Don't think we get along, do we? We'll see. We'll see what comes of them. Eventually there'll be decisions to be made. Writing has been researched. Excellent. Now we can at least get the House of Scribes going, help with our rate of just discovery. You know, scientific discovery, I mean. 6 turns until you're done. 9 turns until this will be done afterwards. What about up over here? 2 turns until this is done, and then 4 turns until this is done. Can I rush you? 6. No, I can't. We need to earn a little bit of money first. Fair enough. Now let's rush the fishmonger. Go from plus 93 to plus 105. Nice. And in a couple turns we'll be able to make the House of Scribes. That'll help us get to trade expeditions in 12 turns, or do we want to get city defense in 1 turn just to have warriors? I don't think that's a bad idea. We have no good like melee units in case war does break out. So city defense in 1 turn, and then trade expeditions afterwards. And then we'll come back to like bronze working and organized warfare. We need those reinforcements, right? To be the only people who can't get reinforcements is going to be trouble for us. Not to get ourselves in that position. In that situation, I guess. Yeah, some good rich lands over here, it looks like. Fair enough, fair enough. These guys have managed to pull back. Population of 5 over here. Let's go ahead and expand you. Up to a population of 6. Beautiful. Again, because like when we need to raise armies, and now I can raise higher quality troops, right? I don't have to like walk around with a bunch of scouts to try and win wars for me. City defense researched. Excellent. Took us some time to get there. What do we have over here? Still exploring. This music is nice. See how far we can go with these guys. 3 turns up there. Can I afford the... No, I can't. Next turn I'll be able to. Go ahead and get the fishery done. How much will the House of Scribes cost? 378. Alright. Get the fishery done. Then we'll work on the fishmonger first. Pop growth over here will help with industry eventually. I think we'll be fine. And again, we can also attach Swallowkin. I think, again, we've got something here. We don't know what just quite yet. Let's go ahead and establish the Kothon first. Oh, this is a nice spot for it. Oh, this is also a nice spot for it. Oh, tempting. Which do I prefer? So again, troops are able to embark from these points, right? So they have a strategic value as well. They're not just like supposed to be good looking. They have strategic value as well. Down over here, right down the middle. Up over here, until we take Nesa, this could be a problem for us down the line. But down over here, right down the middle to get out and cross. You know what? Yeah, actually, I kind of like that. If we conquer this as well, can I get these two side by side? Or this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Beauty. I don't know if we lose value by putting another one down over here, but That's irrelevant for now. Let's go ahead and attach you for 80 influence. We go 19, 32, 17, 15. Decent bumps, I would say. Good stuff. Now our territories are at least connected. Feels good. It really does. Alright. Up over here, hang tight. Let's go ahead and station here. Heal up and everything as well. That's our turn done. Expansionist stars are finally being gained as well, because we are, you know, again, connecting these territories, attaching these territories. But we can actually further that down over here. You're done everything you would be able to do, but I need to keep an eye on stability. Yikes. That's not good. That is not good. We should probably get a garrison done over here for that +5 to stability. Doesn't seem like much, but every little bit counts. The garrison also acts as a land unit spawn, so you kind of want to, like, gain as much distance from it as possible, I guess is a way to put it. Like if I establish you down over here. Oh, this is actually not a bad spot for it. Like up top over here. Guard this pass by the mines. Just to have the high ground rather than down over here and not have the high ground. This looks nice, but I think this makes more sense. Pop you down there. 460. Some time before we can do that. But this is a problem. If the stability drops, we won't be able to build most things. The Temple of Artemis will only take 18 turns, so I should consider that as well. Again, like I was saying earlier, watching stability is my biggest weakness. My biggest weakness. Establish you out over here. Affects the food a little bit, affects industry a little bit. Plant you up over here as well. Just to help with stability, that +5. Not a bad spot, I guess. Limited mobility leaving this spawn area. This isn't a bad spot either. A bit more, again, mobility if we were to spawn over here. Sure, let's establish this down over here, I think. How much will it cost? 270. Alright. Let's, Got a hard time picking and choosing over here. You know what? Let's start with this guy. I think he's a bit more urgent, and same over here. 2 turns, 154. We'll be able to pay for it in a couple turns, so let's work on this guy, and then next turn, or in 2 turns, we'll pay for the House of Scribes. Yeah, let's do that. Go ahead and scoot you down over this way. Return. Letting stability get away from me. 100%. Not surprised that I've let that happen. 340. Yikes. Very yikes. This is not good. We'll be okay, we'll be okay. Let's go ahead and pay for this one. 180. Try and, we'll get a builder star as well as try and just barely keep this above its 25% marker over there. That's something. That'll work out. Establish another one if we need to. Again, we can stack a bunch of these. They're not limited to 1 per territory or anything like that, so we can stack a bunch if need be. Right now, the need doesn't be, but maybe soon. Maybe I should establish this, right, to get the ambergris and the dye up over here. Send these guys up in that general direction. 6 turns it'll take them. A bit of cost of influence to acquire those resources, not a bad idea. We're going to continue exploring over here. Let's send you down this way. Give you some orders that'll last a little while longer. Barely. What do we got over here? Athlete star and expansionist star. 1 more attachment needed, but again, I don't want like a full-on revolution in my hands, right? Venetian shamanism is ready to move on with a new tenet. Alright, so issue gluttony, +5 money on territories under a religion's influence. Be in harmony with nature. I feel like that might be most fitting. Again, it ties in with our exploration angle, our technological angle, and also it still ties into, you know, maybe worship the gods of the sea before you go out on an expedition. You know, maybe don't have a type of expedition named after you because you angered a certain god of a certain sea, for example. So I like being in harmony with nature. Seek wisdom. It's about meditation, philosophical truths. Okay, you know what? Be in harmony with nature makes most sense. Study the cosmos and let its grandeur be a reflection of our faith. 100%. Let's do it. +5 science on territories under a religion's influence. +1 maximum number of holy sites, but more importantly, it lines up with, I think, our overall story. Choose this tenet. Beautiful. I kind of wish I'd checked how much of a difference it made, actually. But it's okay. New tenet for Phoenician shamanism. Excellent. You guys are moving. Good stuff. 5 turns until we're done. What is this again? Trade expeditions. I don't know how much faster it would be to get up to here by sea. But of course, we need trade expeditions to get across this water up to here, right? Mutinous and Biblos. That's not good. Oof, really dropping. That stability is really dropping. Go ahead and establish you. Get us up to 20. We will need to establish another one. Let's get this House of Scribes done as well. Go from 56.7 up to 58.8. Doesn't seem like a lot, but stack some more scientists in here. Oh, look at that. See, now that's not insignificant. Okay. But this. Where to establish another one? Again, it's fortified territory. Just because it is a land unit spawn doesn't mean it has to be used as one. Establish one up over here. A decent spot for one. Oh, this is higher ground, though. Up over here is not bad. Sort of guard this passage, as it were. Or pop you down over there. 517 it'll cost, or 5 turns. What if we scoop up a few people, drop them over here 4 turns? Okay, that's really not enough of a difference to make it worth my while, I don't think. Okay, okay, they'll be okay. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. They'll be okay. Side on, looking okay. Well, dropping down to 30. Might want to consider that. Stone rings would give us stability as well, instead of the garrison. Where to establish them? This is not a bad spot for stone rings. I like this view of the water. What about, do we have an equivalent thing down over here? Ooh, it's not attached, unfortunately. What about somewhere down here? This is nice. This too. Sure, why don't we go ahead and establish some stone rings down over here. Go ahead and assign Lydon. What were you up to previously? Other stuff. 6 turns to get this done, that's not too bad. For a +20 to stability. Not bad, that's not bad. This thing will cost, what, 500. So we'll give it 5 turns, I guess. Then we'll just pay for it. Keep you exploring up over here. We'll take a bit more damage. There's shallow water over here. We'll have missed it, unfortunately. And we have a schism in the heart. Followers of the Empire's religion continue to grow, but within the temples and holy places, tensions brew. Sadly, the blossoming interpretations of religious tenets is leading to schisms as worshippers place more or less import on different rules. It speaks to a wider question of how other entire religions should be seen. Is religious harmony something to aspire to, or a question that shouldn't even be raised? As far as religious tolerance is concerned, I don't think we'll not look at this right now, but it did, again, remind me that I should perhaps consider some of our options over here. Independent peoples, irrelevant right now. Legitimacy. I think irrelevant right now. Unlocks procession. Spends money to increase stability. Well, ain't that exactly what we need right now? Religious ceremonies can bind communities closer together. Sure. Oh, but you know what? It shifts us towards... what does this do to us? Oh, it actually shifts us towards individualism. Which is what I want, but I would think it to be the other way. No, this moves us towards individualism. This keeps us where we are. Okay. Make that decision later then. There's no... If it'll benefit us, then there's a rush. If it won't benefit us, then there isn't a rush. If it won't benefit us immediately, I mean. And our turn there. Looking okay, looking okay. Aerostar unlocked as well, wonderful. Now, how much are we getting from our tribute here? 20. Not a ridiculous amount, that's not bad. Previously having a vassal, I mean, again, my prior vassals in prior playthroughs were also big vassals, so maybe that's why I'm making less from them in this playthrough. But if I recall correctly, the developers did say that they wanted to make vassals less lucrative from a financial perspective, and it seems to be the case over here. Seems to be the case. And our turn here. You know what I'm wondering, actually? what I'm wondering is, wow, speak of the devil. So the Nubians just bought sage from us, and I was literally just thinking about how we should consider trade as well. We can't import, let's say, ebony, you know, for that stability. Okay, we can't. Sage, though, we can. Incense, we can as well. How much will this cost? 105. Sure. Go ahead and buy that. Should help with stability a little bit. You guys are going down to 33 right now. Not ideal. But again, though, 4 turns until this is done, right? These guys are headed to 38. Okay, okay. We're recovering. We're recovering. Good. Go ahead and move you over to here. You can see we're very close to losing this ship, actually. Taking a few too many chances with it. Sent it too far. Sent it into deep water for too long. Mutinous in Byblos. Trade expeditions researched. Excellent. That gives us a levy administration as well. If we want to make more money. Let's go ahead and take a look at bronze working will take 1 turn, it says. That's good. Masonry will take 1 turn as well. You know, I'm thinking bronze working to get access to spearmen, yes, but also just, you know, bronze or copper in general. Watchtowers to help garrisons and main plaza with vision, but organized warfare for the reinforcements as well, right? I think we need both. Probably not a bad idea. Eventually we'll want swordsmen too. I mean, it's great to have boats, but, you know, what's coming out of the boats? Is it a bunch of scouts running around in their loincloths? That's not how you establish a hegemony, right? For an outpost, though, the quadrireme over here. A boarding vessel. Okay. Navigator, damaged by consecutive turns as well. But I think it'll last a little bit longer, right? It gives us also provincial administrator for an extra city cap, and interpreters, reducing resource money cost for purchases. Alright, fair enough. Let's go ahead and get bronze working, and then we'll get organized warfare. We still haven't got the wheel. You kind of need the wheel for your boats, don't you? We'll get the wheel, and then, perhaps, we'll go for an outpost. We'll see, because 27 turns is a lot of time to dedicate the promise, right? Slow and steady over here. Baby steps, baby steps. This is still power investor, yes. Ooh, hello. Of course you crop up now, after I've already moved. Let's go ahead and get these scouts. They're splitting up. There we go. And again, they can use this to take to the waters immediately, right, without costing any movement points. The next turn they'll be able to get up over here. We'll have to scoop them back in. Alright, cool. Works for me. These guys are coming up to establish this over here. You're trying to survive over here. Go ahead and pull you through. Bronze working researched. Excellent. 3 turns for this. Looks like we're on the precipice of a revolution, which is always a fun time. How do we understand the concept of revolutions? We haven't even invented the wheel. What is this? Okay, this is a problem, though. Committing wordplay sins over here. Meanwhile, my nation's about to implode. Ability is going to drop over here. 2 turns until this is done. That'll be, I think, all we need to recover. Once this is done, we should be okay, I think. In a couple turns, we'll be able to establish a garrison and just pay for it, if need be, if push comes to shove. And we really do need to consider upping our stability. This is becoming problematic. Nubians wish to trade everything. I will accept that, sure thing. And they want to open borders. Okay. And they want to share maps. Wow, Nubians are really friendly. Oh, sure, okay, yeah. I don't mind. It's nice to have friends. It's not often you get friends in strategy games, so I'll take the ones I can get. Up over here. Okay, we wanted to establish an outpost so that we could have these resources, right? The dye and the ambergris. Looks like there's a good spot over there, 16 and 4. I'll take the game's advice over here, I think. And again, this is also a coastal territory, as is this 1111, but that one's not as useful. All right. Move up to here. Not really. Again, it's in a basin. I don't know why it loves to, like, just... Again, now this, as the city grows, it's not like we'll be fighting in the basin, but the center will be in a basin, and that makes me nervous. It happens so often. I guess that's the trade-off, I suppose. Let's go ahead and send you over individually. ahead and establish this outpost over here. Yes. 8 turns it'll take. Again, just not enough industry to make it happen faster. And these guys can creep up this way. Try and establish ourselves up over there. Down over here, let's go ahead and scoop this up. What do you got for us? Oh, nice. Oh, okay. Mind if I do? Scoop you back. Population gain over here, fair enough. Trade route destroyed. Between us and the Nubians? Oh, because of these guys. Fair enough. We'll seek out vengeance soon. At present, we do have to concern ourselves with our internal stability issues. We've got plenty of time to rectify the situation, so it's fine, but let's not act like it's nothing. Can you not? Alright, have to turn them. They should be able to embark. Oh, look at that. We're about to unlock a bunch of stars basically at the same time. Ready for the next era already. We've barely done any tech in this era. Organized warfare researched. Good stuff. Knowledge is power indeed. What do we got over here? We're working on the wheel. Working on the wheel. We're about to enter the the medieval era. Again, now largely it's because I haven't focused on everything that'll give us tech boosts, but it does still feel funny. Maybe I should chase philosophy before I chase foreign outposts. Wheel will take 3 turns. Philosophy will take 5. Don't even know how to irrigate yet. But, I mean, I might want to come back to this. That public fountain helps with stability so much. Holding me back from my dreams, game. Alright, you know what? Wheel, philosophy, irrigation. Because with philosophy, at least we can speed up research, so all future research happens faster. So technically, not a bad idea. Standing army probably soon as well. And then we can take a look at more upgraded boats. Okay, pull you down to here. There we go. These guys, I mean, there's really nothing to do out over here, so let's pull you back in. And you, we should now be able to afford immediately. Go ahead and pay for it. Takes us up to 27 over here. And down over here, what are we looking at? Up to 47. Okay, good. Very good. That should help increase our average over here. Okay. Soon. Soon. This will be done. Could get the Temple of Artemis done as well. That'll help with our stability too. Pop you down. And put you here. Adjacent tiles are not valid. Okay, fair enough. Temple of Artemis. Now be done on a resource deposit. Adjacent tiles are not valid. No, these are all trouble up here. We need to be next to, I think, forest, right? Once the culture must be placed next to woodland or forest, yeah. Up over here is nice. Ah, yeah, there we go. That's nice. Perfect. Looks like we got a waterfall coming out of it. Sure, we'll establish that up over there. 19 turns it'll take, not a very long time. 390 for you. Wait 3 turns before we get the House of Scribes done. Sure. And you can work on the Temple of Artemis as well, from 19 turns down to 10. Beautiful. That's pretty fast, actually. Up over here, we're almost done. No, we're not. 7 turns it'll take. Fair enough. Yikes. Pull you guys back. I saw that. Nice try, game. Sneaking away from me. These guys will continue to pull down in this general direction. Just explore all that we can explore. See all that we can see. Try and scoop this up if possible. Excellent. I'm really glad that our seafaring has actually gained us something. You know, at least we're getting these discoveries, right? At least it's something. It'd be nice if there was like a wonder or something tucked up over here that I could claim, be the first to find, because I'm the only one who's able to take to the water so quickly. You know, just it'd be nice. Be nice. What to do with you? I guess we should regroup our army before we get caught with our pants down. Fine, here. Let's go. That's our turn. Couldn't help but notice, but this number has stayed stagnant for some time now. Pretending like it'll go up, and stability is still not looking too hot. 8 turns. The Temple of Artemis will help. Temple of Artemis will help. And we can soon build public fountains and stuff as well, right? So that'll help. Yeah, we'll be good. Keep you up over here. Is there really nothing worthwhile up here? Well, that's unfortunate. Hoping for at least like a fancy resource or something. We'll see. Let's explore to the edge. We'll see. Grim foundations. In Sidon, work is proceeding on the magnificent new wonder. What should be a source of pride in the local population, however, is now causing much dread. A terrified citizen has approached your court to tell you that the city's head priest intends to bury alive 100 random citizens near the base of the structure to bring good fortune and pacify the gods. What is your reaction to the plans? We must stop him, of course. Again, looking at our social axis towards progress over here, I feel like we must stop him. Yeah. The population of Sidon will be most relieved by your intervention. It's kind of funny how, what is this, actually? Towards collectivism. It's like we want them to rule on their own, except for when it, we can stop them, and so we will. I'm just referring back to a previous event from last session, right? Alright, looking good. Up over here, let's see what this gives us. Carcasses for some gold. Yeah, what's up over here? Why is this just... Don't do this to me again. Don't do this to me. Don't bug out on me like that. Go ahead and scoop this up. Numbers are not changing, and I do not appreciate that. I wonder if it's because stability is so low. I've not seen that before. Alright. Eye on it. You guys to regroup over here. I don't like this. Era Star unlocked. Army lost at sea. Let's go ahead and pull you guys back in. You don't die. I'm going to wait and see if it's a stability thing or if there's another bug over here that's kind of killing our income. Now that's a challenge. Play a game of Humankind without having money to assist you when the first two eras you've picked are the ones that reduce the cost of producing things, of building things. Oh dear. Not good. Yeah, it looks like there's nothing over here, unfortunately. Nothing over here either. Alright, fair enough. I don't know if we'll be able to push far enough out here. I don't know if there's like islands or anything. We'll try. We'll try it. Right. This turn done. Group these guys up together. Boot you over to here. Bring you over to here. Don't like this. I wonder if I should like just restart the game or something. Alright, these guys are grouped up. Bring them back over here. Just seeing if shifting that around helps in any way, shape, or form. The human engine. The Empire has made impressive strides in becoming a building powerhouse. Sorry. The Empire has made impressive strides in becoming a building powerhouse. The envy of the world, I guess. Now, though, to maintain this momentum, you must ensure you have a reliable stream of workers who will work tirelessly on your great construction projects. From where should you find these thralls? Slaves from criminals or from war? I feel like criminals makes most sense, right? We fought one war. We fought one war, but well, it's not like we have a history of acquiring war slaves, I suppose. Also, if we take a look at the ideological shift, criminal slaves brings us more closer to a world view, which is what we were thinking about, right? Because again, being people that travel a lot more, I suppose. Those who break our laws will become vassals for the Empire. We have plenty of influence. Let's go ahead and enact criminal slaves. And eventually we'll take a look at some of these other options as well. Celebrating gives us stability. You know what? But that's against our push towards progress. Definitely adds a challenge. Definitely adds a challenge. Be able to spend money, right? But I need to enact communal rights from the religious rights civics. Right, that's why I can't do that, right? Okay, fair enough. And turn over here. I'm not sure what... Oh, wow. Out of nowhere all of a sudden. It's like that money was being held in escrow or something. What? It just suddenly got dumped on us? And I'll take it. I don't know if it was because of a trade route or something, but I'll take the money. Thank you very much. This is still a problem. 5 turns until the Temple of Artemis is done. 3 turns until we acquire things we don't need for stability. Alright. Up over here, 2 turns until you're done, and then we can establish these using influence at least. That'll help. Oh man. 12 turns until there's a revolution. We got this. We got this. Establish another garrison, perhaps. Maybe down over here. That makes sense. Visually, stylistically. How much does it cost? 586. Go for it. I'm actually shocked at how low our stability is. I've always like, it's always been one of those things that I make the mistake of underestimating how much of a problem it can cause, but not like this. Not like this. We're okay. We're okay. We're hanging in there. Up to 27. Good, good, good. Down over here. Up to 37, or staying at 37, I should say. So I should say.
I'm on it.
We got this. Moving these guys over.
At the cat.
And over here. Ooh, hello. Don't mind if I do. We'll scoop that up. Again, I'm just glad that our seafaring ways are actually helping. Getting us something. Bit of gold over here again, but it's just not showing up right away. I don't know, that's weird. Very strange. If you have any theories, if you have any leading theories as to why that might be, feel free to share. We'll get this picked up next turn. Great. At least it shows up eventually. At least it shows up eventually. 27 soon. 3 turns. Cool. Okay. 10 turns until revolution. And we're safe. Beautiful. Okay. My heart was in my throat there. I'm not going to lie to you. I was a little worried about how that was going to turn out. It's not the end of the world. It's actually pretty interesting. Like, it shifts up your ideologies and stuff. It's pretty cool. But that had me a little nervous. I'm not going to lie. Okay, good stuff. So our average has ticked up beyond that minimum threshold. And once the Temple of Artemis is done, we should see a further bump and we'll be okay. I just got to be careful about connecting too many territories or anything like that. That's where a lot of damage to stability comes from, as well as just building anything. Anytime you build anything, it costs, it hurts your stability a bit. We're good. We're good. Things are working out. Now, irrigation research, that means we are able to build, where are you? The public fountain over here. For 5 turns it'll take, or we can just pay for it. Yeah, see, it's a UI bug then. We have the money. You can see stock over here as well. We have the money, it's just not showing up. All right, let's go ahead and build this. Get that stability higher, please and thank you. And down over here, 1 turn left. Not what I meant. 405 for that. All right. I do want our research to speed up as well. Okay, so what's next as far as research is concerned? Domestication, apparently, we were able to get right away. Maybe not a bad idea, so we can actually take advantage of the horses we just got access to. In our newly acquired territory. The aqueduct helps with stability as well. Standing army gets us these swordsmen, though. And access to iron. Right. I'm thinking. We want to get to seafaring mastery here. Foreign outposts. We'll be there in we're almost in the medieval era already. Alright, standing army, I think. Standing army, we can come back to domestication. Like we don't have access to horses unless we know how to domesticate. Maybe we don't need to know how to domesticate. Maybe we enter an era of you know what? Maybe. We'll see. See how it works out. What's the deal over here? You guys are returning to shallow water. Population loss over here. Gotta hit proper balance, it seems. You have access to clearing ruins. This is new. Something been ransacked? I don't see an option. I don't see anything highlighted over here. Ah, this has been ransacked. Gotcha. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Good to know. That's what I'm saying. I might need to actually fight those guys. They're gonna keep harassing us otherwise. They're the aggressive types. They've got the Thunderbolt, right? Lightning Strike, Thunderbolt, whatever you want to call it. New Wonder can be claimed. Excellent. That's because we've completed the Temple of Artemis. Beautiful. Huge bump to our fame. Again, we're well ahead of the one closest behind us. I quite like the way the waterfall has worked out. Short chance. Over here, stability up to 77%. Over here, stability just up to 42%. We are able to get the copper mine established. One turn is all it'll take. Go ahead and do that. Acquire resources, shall we? And then we should consider maybe some research quarters or the House of Scribes or the school. No can do. Okay. Research quarters then. +5 available up over here. And again, you can see the -10 to stability. Well, let's wait until we get there. Let's wait until maybe we get the fountains done first or something. Did I already pay for them? I guess I did. Having money just makes things happen so quickly. Alright, let's go ahead and pay for the copper mine, because we can. Let's wait until stability gets a little bit higher, I suppose, before we establish any more of these orders. Let's build some infrastructure instead, because infrastructure doesn't take stability. +3 money, fortification, food on river, food from farmers. Let's go with a forage here. +5 industry per copper, gives us industry on maker's quarters. Yeah, 3 turns, let's do that. Let's do that. Down over here, 3 turns as well. Sure. Ooh, how you tempt me. Creep up, pick this up. The wreck, this time our money actually went up. And we can keep exploring further as well. Up over here. See what else there is maybe along the coast over here. Just explore a little bit, just because we can. The Mycenaeans have entered the classical era as the Huns. These guys need to make it to shallow water. Another thing to pick up over here. We'll get there next time. Yeah, still moving. Stuff. That's our turn done. Almost done here. And this is also 2 turns, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll crush Avaris over here. They just keep harassing us. Start assimilation. Oh, geez, I have enough influence to just do this. Yeah, I mean, let's. That was instant. That was instant, and we have unlocked so many era stars from that. I expect there to be a... Okay, sure. Not ideal. I wonder if I ransack this or something to get rid of it. I didn't want this city. I don't want this to be a city. I mean, it's got a lake, but that's not much for, you know, seafaring people. Nonetheless, at least they're not going to be able to harass us anymore. So Alokin, we'll have to build this now, unfortunately. Go ahead and pay for that. There you go. And now we can reacquire this. Pay for that. There you go. Done. Again, that should help with stability a bit as well. Avaris, what to do with you? I suppose we could make you a bit of a research center. Sure. Why not? Ready for a new era. Remind me later. Or should we just dive in? We're close to getting a builder start over here. If we build 3 more districts, it'll do a number to our stability, though, I think. 85% there, 45% here. Okay, so Sidon can actually build some stuff without worrying. We could also build garrisons. Garrisons count as well, if we wanted to just build 3 garrisons. Tempting, kind of, not gonna lie to you. Also tempted to actually cross the waters over here and go to war with whoever's down over here. Again, I want control over these waters, right? And while these guys are my vassals, these guys are nothing to me. So I wonder if I shouldn't prepare an army at Sidon and also bring these guys down over to here to mount that offensive. We have no justification for a war is the thing, so we're gonna have to try and generate some grievances. So maybe we should work on that and push them back. So try and pull you over to here as well. Recruit some troops, perhaps. But yeah, looking all right. We're looking all right. These guys out over here made quite the journey, actually. If only I could establish... Only I could establish colonies along the way. I would feel like I'm actually doing my, being a Thalassocracy. Soon, though, soon. What are we looking at right now? Standing army is coming through in a couple turns. Well, I guess we'll skip past domestication. We can move towards... We can move towards foreign outposts. I wonder when we are actually able to take to the waters without having to worry about our units being, you know, lost at sea. With like transportation vessels. Again, first time trying to make a naval power, so this is gonna be interesting. Gonna be interesting. Folks, I think we're ready for the medieval era. I see no reason to hold off. We've been able to establish Kothons. I guess we could establish some more Kothons, right? Using our influence. Yeah, we can make some money up over here, I suppose. No harm in doing that. Pop you down over here. I quite like this, like, look. We've got plenty of influence. Got plenty of influence. Sham over here. Get you a Kothon as well. They're all kind of not worth much. Eventually we can establish stuff and then adjacency bonuses will kick in. Makes it, also it helps us, you know, again, take to the seas without penalties, I suppose. Yeah, this spot makes sense. Sure, why not? Why not? Got yours up over here. Let's go ahead and acquire this, please, and thank you. And we could also establish a Kothon. And there's our another star. More fame gained. We should probably pick this up as well. Ambergris. Another 20 influence. Again, we've got plenty. Got plenty. Alright, well, we'll think about it. We'll think about the Kothons. I'll think about the Kothons. I guess I have to say I because this is all pre-recorded. And I can only take so much feedback with regards to my decisions I'm going to make if I'm already making them before I see the feedback. There's no harm in it. 20 influence. Let's go ahead and pop you down like over here, I think. Sure, I quite like the look of that. Racked up influence. These guys are done. Just making sure I've got everybody covered over here. These guys, I'm pretty sure you're attached because you're already done. Yes, we're done over here. All right, cool. Yeah, that's all of our Kothons done. So I guess we're ready for the next era. We're the first ones to make it here. By a long shot. We'll have our pick of the litter. But I guess the medieval era has to wait until next time, folks. This is where we're going to call it. I hope you've enjoyed this series thus far. Really hoping that we're able to get a bit more aggressive in the next era, and I think we will be able to. Again, like I said, because of the type of faction we're playing, we're not beholden to any specific type of lifestyle or affinity, I suppose. And the medieval era opens up a couple of options that I think should be fun. I think they'll be very fun, actually, now that I think about it. But folks, we'll get into that next time. Hope you had a good time. If you did, you know what to do. Let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. As always, it makes a massive difference in how I approach content on the channel, what I do, what I don't do, how I go about doing it. This has definitely been a more challenging run than I expected as far as sticking to my my theme. We've had successes, of course. Things have been going well, apart from the revolution scare. But as far as sticking to our theme, I'm hoping that as we enter these later eras, we're able to be a bit more aggressive on the waters. I know for a fact when we get to some of the even later eras, we're definitely going to be exerting a lot of naval superiority, but I think we can actually start in the medieval era. We'll find out next time. As always, a massive thanks goes out to all of the channel members and patrons who've been supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, cheers.